When I was there, like, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was so horrible. I can't describe how horrible it was. Everybody telling me not to speak, well, just let them reveal my face. And like I'm telling people around me, if I wanted the money, I would have been and took the money. Like, they've been paying me money and I've been living like I'm broke. They got my pictures out here. Who put my pictures out here?
Now, peeps, I sat down for the most exclusive interview of 2024. We've seen her pictures all over the internet with multiple celebrities eating food off of her body when she was just a preteen. We've seen her sitting in Diddy's lap in the studio when she was even younger. Now hear her story for the very first time. We've heard stories of her abuse by famed actress Jennifer Lopez. She details her abuse by Diddy and other Hollywood elites. She fought back tears as we sat down for her heartfelt story. Now this is definitely an interview that you don't want to miss.
The following content is the exclusive intellectual property of The Lionel B Show. We strongly forbid any reproductions or reaction videos for the following content. Any violations or videos found will receive a copyright strike for use of said videos.
So when they came back, I was expecting P. Diddy to be outside, but P. Diddy wasn't outside. Pierre Harve was outside, and he picked me up. When I got to the car, he was all like, he put P. Diddy on the phone because I was like skeptical about getting in the car. So he had to call P. Diddy for me to hear his voice. And once I heard his voice, I got in the car. And then when I got in the car, I remember him like, eat the candy, eat the jelly beans. I think I had on pink that day. Pink, like some pink sweats and like a shirt. And I had bobos in my head. And he was like, eat the candy, eat the candy. And some said don't eat the candy, but then he was like being real persistent. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat the candy, try it. These are new jelly beans. We just invented these with jelly beans. And when I ate the jelly bean, I was like, this is nasty. And I was spitting it out. And as I spit it out, I was like, I want to get out the car. And he slammed the door, and then he got in the car. And I remember being out of there. And I remember them putting me on the jet and them saying, damn, this little heavy. I remember him being like, wake up, wake up. I remember waking up. I remember my ear popping, and I remember my stomach dropping on the airplane.
So it was a private jet that they put you on?
Mm-hmm. It was just us. I'm calling it airplane. That's what I called it back then, but it was a jet. I remember getting there to the studio. I'm out of there, asleep on the couch. I remember Asian man or a Chinese man being there, and he was all like, you did this to my son. I'm going to the police. Like, you did this to my son. He's in the hospital. And he was all like, if I was you, I wouldn't say nothing or whatever. You're going to end up dead. And like, the man looked terrified when he said that. You know, I don't give a fuck about you going to the police. And I'm going in and out. I remember looking on the pool table, and it was a lady getting on the table. I thought she was Mexican, but she was the Arabian lady that was Miss Gloria Alvarez. I saw her getting on the table, but I was like I was conscious, but I was coherent, but I couldn't move. And then I remember it being like, I'm thirsty. I remember him giving me something to drink, and I remember it tasted nasty, and him laughing and him doing his little dance talking about welcome to the flavor camp in my face or whatever. And then I remember coming to, and he was telling me, asking me if I smoke, if I drink, and I told him no. And he was telling me basically I can't turn down anything that he offers me. I have to, if he offered it to me, I have to do it. I remember him giving me a tour of the place and him giving me the camera. I remember him like trying to make me feel comfortable, and he was like complimenting, saying, oh, she got a nice ass. I felt so uncomfortable. He was like, don't she got a nice body? Her ass is nice. I remember that. I remember him telling me to get the camera and to take pictures.
What did he have you taking pictures of
Like the
yourself?
studio, he took pictures of me, and like when I took a picture and I'm like in front of the thing, I'm taking pictures like this, and I took a picture of the bed. That was me. I just took a picture of the bed. He was like, go walk around. I'm put my phone on do not disturb. He was like, go walk around, and he told me to take pictures. And I remember taking pictures of the bed, like take pictures or whatever. And I remember taking a picture of the bedroom. I took a picture in the studio, and he was like recording me. And I also I'm just going in and out, in and out. I don't know, he offered me something else and I passed out, but then I remember being in that room with him, and he was all like being extra touchy with me. And I was like, yeah. I started feeling like he was a creep, but I was still like going along with it. And he was like, what kind of you like? Like, he was asking me about me being molested, and I was honest with him, and I told him about stuff, because he was like, the stuff that I was writing, I had to be like, they was asking me, have I ever been molested? Have I ever had sex?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, knowing I was a virgin. I've been molested, but I never been penetrated.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me what kind of cocks I like, and I was like, real big cocks. I like big cocks, real big cocks. And he sent Roger Bonds to go buy a pink dildo. And I remember waking up, looking in the mirror. I look in the mirror and I see P. Diddy behind me. And I know when I was in the room, he took my virginity on that bed. And I remember screaming and hurting, but I had to take that. I had to take it. But then after that, I remember I just woke up again. I'm in the bathroom, bent over the sink.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm yelling, but I guess I'm not making noise. I don't know. But I'm yelling, it hurt. Please stop. I'm weak. I can't move. And he's giving me or whatever. He turned me around, kissed me in my mouth, and was like, I'm not going to hurt you. But he was hurting me. And he turned me back over. And when he stuck it in he told me pinch his nipples and all type of crazy shit. He kissed me in my mouth. And he turned me back over, and I passed out again when he stuck it in my ass, and the pain stopped, and then I was relieved, and then I felt the pain again, and when I woke up, it was Pierre Harve behind me, and he stuck it in my ass, and I remember looking and yelling, no, stop, no, stop. And the Jewish guy was behind Pierre, like on the side. It was like in his bathroom at that studio. It was like a restroom stall in there. I remember, and then after he finished, I remember P. Diddy I was asking the Jewish guy to help me, because I know he just had a baby, and I was looking at him for help. And he was all like, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. And he was like, if you don't fuck her, I'm going to fuck you. So the dude got behind me and his stuff was soft. But he was like acting like he was doing it with me. And then like I wasn't yelling. I wasn't screaming like I was. So then Diddy kind of pushed him back. But Diddy had told that man if he didn't do it to me, he was going to fuck him. That man, hurry up, got naked. And I remember Diddy pushing him out the way, and Pierre pushed him out the way. I remember Pierre smoking crack out of like a crack pipe. I don't know if it was crack. I don't know what the was in it, but a crack pipe is where it's circle. It's not. He was smoking out of that, and I remember him making me give him head, and like I was using my teeth and everything. He slapped me upside my head, and he was all like, "Don't use your teeth." But I couldn't breathe, and like he was just gagging me with his dick. It was just so, like, their dicks were just so big. I remember after that, it was like a break in between. But then I remember looking to my left, and P. Diddy's in the doorway with like one of them old school cameras, and he's sitting there jacking off and sitting in a chair in the doorway of the restroom. I remember passing out, waking back up, being over the sink, and this nigga sticking a champagne bottle in I was like yelling at that point. I know I was yelling at the top of my lungs, and they just had me so hurt. And they left me in their restroom, and I don't know how long I was in that restroom, but my legs and stuff wouldn't work. And some white guy came and got me out the restroom.
So it was like a security guard or somebody that picked you up, or
This white guy, when he smiled, he has a smile like Garfield. He picked me up, and I was like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. And he was like, I'm gonna take you home. I got you. I'm gonna take you home. So they put me back on the jet, and I wake up. I'm with some other white girls, like we all teenagers. They were a little bit older than me. I wake up with them, and like at first it wasn't like it was fun, but then they disappeared from me, and it was me by myself. And I remember being drugged the whole time, and I remember them drugging me so much, and they wanted me to feel the pain, and they had my hand over the stove. I remember waking up screaming. This was a fat white guy. He kind of hunchback, got a pointy nose. This fat white guy, he was just passing me to different white men, and and to a point they all started looking the same to me.